Welcome back to Afternoon Express, where we wrap up this incredible topic of a motivational Monday. Now, on today's show, we've met some inspiring young South Africans who have taken it upon themselves to make change and to lead others in doing the same. And in our Mummy Monday segment, we're joined by clinical psychologist Anita Prag to chat about how we can encourage the same in our kids. Anita, it's been such an incredible show, so vibey, and I'm learning so much from these little ones. But the overriding topic that seems to be coming out here is initiative and leadership. So how do we encourage that in our children?
I mean, it's so inspiring to have met these young people, you know, and it's a really amazing reminder that anything is possible if you really do put your mind to it. And you know, these parents have obviously encouraged and nurtured and not necessarily forced their children to do something or be something, and I think that's really important as well, to create the atmosphere for them to blossom, you know, and to find and see what is innately available to them in their souls, essentially, because these are little beautiful souls.
Yeah, but this is also a very interesting way that you've put it, that we can't force it down their throats, but we have to just nurture it slowly but surely and encourage it out of them. But a lot of parents don't know how the two are different. If you see an unmotivated child, a child who doesn't want to get up and take initiative, and you want more from them, and you can see that this person is a natural leader, but you see it in other ways. So how can they balance the two? I mean, is there a fine line? I don't know.
There is a fine line, because you never know when they're going to blossom. So if you try and also, you know, force it out of them too early, you might actually just stifle that as well, because it's a bit forced. And so to just allow it to unfold is really important. That's not always easy, considering, you know, the environment of the society and community, basically, because, you know, it is all about achieve, and push, and get as much and do as many activities as you can.
What's next?
And that's not always healthy for children, basically, and young people, because we stifle them, you know, and suffocate their creativity, because all of these young people are just, they're creative, they're, no one shoved that down their throat. It was this thing that came out.
And we see them pushing so many boundaries, but in the right way and in a positive way. You spoke about trust, though, Anita, trusting a parent, trusting the child, and the child trusting the parents. So what are the dynamics and the relationships that parents need to forge with their children from the beginning?
You know, I think a fundamental, important notion is respecting children, understanding that they are separate individuals and entities apart from us as adults, and that they have their own mind, they have their own thoughts, and they are actually empathic. And they came here with a deep sense of empathy for the planet, for the world, for people. And unfortunately, life happens, and then it gets, you know, almost worked out of their systems.
Is a distraction.
Absolutely. And so they lose that, or it gets waylaid. And, you know, I think a deep respect for them as human beings, that they are able to contribute effectively, essentially, more than most of us adults, actually, and we need to listen to them. As we've you know, heard today.
Be those ears so that they feel heard, loved, and accepted. And now you've added another spin on this conversation by adding empathy in. So being empathetic, is it something that you're born with? Is it something that is nurtured throughout life? And can parents then essentially be empathetic to their children in return?
That is the first place children learn empathy, is actually from their parents. You know, if a parent creates an emotionally safe environment in which the child can explore their emotions, understanding that every single emotion is necessary and important. It's the juice of life, actually. And our duty as adults is to actually help children learn about emotions and handle them and manage them, not to stifle it again.
Beautiful.
And so that's what we, you know, essentially need to do. So empathy is important. It comes from parent to child first. It's innate in us as infants. You know, that is a biological imperative. It's to different degrees.
So Anita, we've touched on quite strongly throughout the show is being a leader within children. But some people aren't natural born
No.
leaders. There's some children who are incredible followers who take instruction really, really well, and they will complete the task to the T. So what do we have to say about that relationship and those kids? Because we can't leave anyone out.
No, for sure. You know, it's about the individual child. What potential is lying within that child, and our duty again as adults is to see uniquely what this child has inside of him or her, and then nurture that essentially, and then blossom that, and not shame if you're not a leader, or you are, and silence them if they're opinionated or have fresh, you know, amazing ideas.
Yeah.
It's just, let's be mindful of what is actually divinely in that child.
I think at the end of the day, it comes down to getting to know your child,
Yes.
taking full responsibility of the task that it is to learn who they are,
Yes.
what they can bring to the table,
Yes.
so that we can nurture, shape, polish off, and make it as excellent as possible as a parent. So thank you so much, Anita, for
You're
shedding such incredible light and insight as a clinical psychologist around such an important topic, because the kids are the future.
Totally.
Love that. Thank you so much again.
you.
Now make sure you join us again tomorrow for the Afternoon Express Cook-Along as we hang out with singer, songwriter and guitarist Verita. I'm looking so forward to that. So make sure you head over to our website and find that recipe so you can cook along live with us. But good night, God bless South Africa, and let's raise leaders. Mwah.